day. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Cam Newton and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 14 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
From the 31, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn into
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. He's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard, and the ball is knocked out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Despite excellent coverage.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Landry. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken,
does.
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Robinson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. Panther. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Throwing on third down, Newton.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is...
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
McCaffrey.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
McCaffrey.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about it. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Landry. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. On the move to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Newton now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Newton on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7 our score. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Newton. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll run here with Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. It's out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Newton on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what, you've got to take care of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Thornton. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards from your team. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now following the sack, 12. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Ziegler. And this is going to be incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Jet to the ball. Jet to the ball. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Lawrence's throw going to be caught by Davis. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
We'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on.
Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Landry.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Newton.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Dancing to his left. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Here's Newton. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Newton throwing again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Derek Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Forced out to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here for what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said,
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the hump.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes, right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with the football.
Boy, that's a serious ass whooping, boy. Let's see that. This should be fun.
He got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wade. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll set up to throw.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That caught by Tremble.
That catch good for only a couple.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 8. A give running right. It's Hubbard.
Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the cover.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 3. Complete. Richardson has it. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K'Lavon Chaisson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. $35 yards that time on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, Lawrence. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a throw here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on...
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds his man, complete. That's Wade. 2nd down at 5. On the give, this is Hubbard. A beautiful fake. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they try the right side here. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down and 8.
Push it back. Push it back.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Craig. And he gets it down to the 32.
What's the deal, bro?
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And quickly they get to the line. Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
They just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I,
the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Thornton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, Dixon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw on second down, Dixon. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wade. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here. A big offensive victory. And the defensive guy, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers,
they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.